Troy Moyer, Jed Brummett, and Dylan Checketts, guys. Semifinal win, you're going to championship tomorrow. Congratulations, Coach. First off, some thoughts about the game.
Yeah, I feel like we started strong from the very first whistle. The big message all week's kind of just been focus on the task at hand. And so that's the next game in front of us, the next play in front of us, and kind of just continuing to play Colorado Mesa lacrosse. I think the guys did a nice job. Obviously starts with these two right here, having fantastic days out on the field and really getting their teammates involved as well. It was nice to get those starters in there, make sure that they're feeling right about themselves, looking forward to tomorrow, and then get some of the backups in as well. So all around, I just think a really nice day, really complete game from us.
How important was it to kind of give the backups that second string, second line a chance as well, and get them some reps in this game as well?
Yeah, I think it's twofold. Those guys have worked extremely hard all year long. They're out at every single practice, giving it their all, and so nobody deserves it really more than them. The opportunity finally came for them to step on the field and really get those reps, and they handled it exactly the way they should. They went out and just attacked it, did exactly what was asked of them, moved the ball extremely well. I was joking around with the guys that I thought they moved the ball, some of those second-string guys, better than the first string. And so it was just a nice day for them. And then on the second part of that is, we now know that we can trust them and utilize them in the bigger games. And so if something's not going right, one of these guys maybe isn't having a great day, I'm not hesitant to look forward to the next guy on the depth chart. So.
Jed, Dylan, for you, what is it like to play the RMAC Tournament at home and kind of a different atmosphere here at home than here on the road?
Well, first and foremost, you get to sleep in your own bed, and that's always nice. Being able to not worry about hotels, not worry about accommodations, any of that stuff is really, really nice. However, that has the sort of side effect of sometimes you get a little lethargic because you're at home. When you're in a hotel, it's all lacrosse all the time. You're on a business trip. You're not thinking really about anything else. But we had guys get up and go to class today. We're going to have guys get up and go to class tomorrow before the game. And that does add a little bit extra complexity, but playing it at home is really a nice feeling. It feels nice getting to sleep in your own bed, getting to play your music on the system, getting to hear your announcers, your fans, all that stuff. It really does contribute and pumps you up just a little bit more going into the game.
Kind of with what Jed was saying with not becoming lethargic. For me personally, I like it at home just because it doesn't change my routine. I don't have to. I like that aspect of it's not like I'm so in it. It's like I can go through my normal day and show up there and do what we need to do. So it helps me be relaxed, helps me play, and I love having fans out there, and it's fun to be there.
Question?
Dylan, the face-off group as a whole, you, Mike, and 51, I'm blanking on his name right now, all had a really good day at the action, controlling that. What does that mean to you going into tomorrow, kind of keeping that rhythm going?
I think it's a great way to start off. If you're feeling hot, you'll keep staying hot. It's great having every one of us do good. It makes it easy, easier for me, easier for Mike and Canyon, is you can all rely on the next guy. Something goes south, if you get hurt, not a great day, then you know there's someone there that's got your back. So it helps build the community, build the team.
And Coach, you rotated all 4 goalies today. Mac got the start, then you went Cal. Are those going to be kind of your go-tos for tomorrow, or is that still kind of an ongoing process?
Yeah, I think at this point, Mac Bayless has kind of stepped up and earned the right to get the start. Calvin was our starter at the beginning of the year, so obviously a guy we have tremendous confidence in. And then you got Luke and Dom in there who are stepping up big time as freshmen, and they hopped in the cage and made a bunch of saves as well. I think you'll probably see Mac in the cage for majority of tomorrow. If we get a result that's similar to maybe the first time we played Westminster, all of those guys deserve to go in. Just like I said, for the rest of the team, they're out at practice every single day, taking all the shots and standing in front of a whole lot of rubber from this guy and his teammates. And so, not so much you, Checketts, huh? But yeah, those guys deserve the opportunity. And so if I can present it to them, I absolutely will. But yeah, Mac's kind of solidified himself at least as our guy in conference, and you kind of have to go with the hot hand moving forward. So.
And then Jed, as a captain on this team, who's been in a lot of RMAC championship games, some at home, some on the road, how important is it for you to make sure that your guys are inspired going into tomorrow, to make sure that you finally get one on home, because you guys at home, because you haven't done that in a while?
I think that this team thrives not on some kind of Disney movie inspiration, like you may have outlined, like you may have been referring to. But our team thrives when we know who we are individually and as a team. My go-to catchphrase this year has almost been "Be yourself" the entire year, both individually and collectively, because reality is, if we're ourselves, we don't think anybody in this country is going to stop us. It's those moments where we have the crisis of identity, where we stop being who we're supposed to be, where we stop being the players that we are, is when we struggle. And when that happens, we have games like Tampa, when we have games like Belmont Abbey, where we get thrown off and we struggle to refine our identity. So what's my message going into this game is just being ourselves, like we've been all year. We're a team that's tough. We give people a lot. We move the ball on offense. We dodge hard on offense. We shoot the ball hard on offense. And those are going to be, for a successful campaign tomorrow, that's going to be the core offensively of what we're going to be doing. Defensively, I can't speak too much on that, but it's more of a similar thing. We need to be us. And if we are ourselves, we're pretty confident in who we are as a team.
My question is, what's for breakfast tomorrow for you guys? What's the pregame meal on game day?
As you know, I'm going to be abusing my Nutter Butters for one last go. And anybody who's been around the team knows what that's about. But the Nutter Butters are coming out for one last time tomorrow. So hopefully that'll give us what we need.
For breakfast, same thing I always do before games: Starbucks sandwich and then 2 shots of espresso.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll be having for breakfast tomorrow. Probably wake up in the morning and get a workout in. It's a night game, so we got a little while to wait before the game. Usually I'm a big coffee or sugar-free Monster guy, because it's what we got in the machines out there. But we'll see. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to have for breakfast, but probably just try and go through my normal routine as much as possible.
Jed, for you, you got 4 goals today. You now 58 this season, which ties the program record. So one more against Westminster, you're going to break it. Can you just reflect a little bit on what's been an amazing season and an amazing career here?
Well, first and foremost, I can't speak on anything related to this without thinking about my teammates who have helped me along the way. Sal, AJ, Drew, JJ, Hunter, Phil, James, Blatt, Sergio, all those guys have had a hand in this. And for that, if they think that maybe this is about me, it's not. This isn't about me at all. This is about them having faith in me to do my job. And yeah, I have the easiest job in the world. I put the ball in the net. It's really not that hard. That's what every kid does when they go to the field. They take shots. So I think that that's the easiest part of the job. And they do all the hard work, and it speaks a tremendous amount to how unselfish of a team we have, and how good guys have been around me my entire career. And, you know, this year it's me, next year it's going to be somebody else. And so I think it really speaks to how we are as a team and people willing to be unselfish, and I'm just so happy to be the recipient of it.
And for Coach and Jed, you guys saw some zone today. They kind of went fourth quarter, kind of some man, kind of zone principles, lift man. But knowing that that's kind of been a weakness of the offense in past years, was it good to get that out of the system, see it early before potentially Westminster throws it at you in the championship?
Well, early on this year, we lost to Belmont Abbey. They ran a zone against us when we weren't expecting them to, and we were just 2-3 minutes behind in adjustments in that game. We thought that there were times in that game where we'd go on runs and they would adjust, and then it'd take us just a bit too long to adjust back and go on another run. Coach has been tremendous in letting us see a zone every single practice. Every time we go 6-on-6, we run a zone. He listened to input from the players about what we thought, what we would want to run, and what we thought could help against the zone. And when we saw a zone out there, the first possession, it threw us off a little bit. Didn't really expect one considering the previous 2 meetings. But after, like Coach tells us, after the first possession, if we can just pump it in after that, then it's more than worth it to get a turnover on the first rep just to figure it out. And that's exactly what we did. So we were more than prepared. We just had to scout it out for a possession or 2, and we were off to the races.
Dylan, for you, know what you can do in the face-off circle, but also got a Summit It's your second straight one, and kept up that perfect 4.0 GPA. Congratulations on that. So, can you just talk a little bit about the significance of that award?
I mean, I gotta say thanks to Jed. I mean, he's helped me out quite a bit. But I mean, it's a fun one to get. I care a lot about academics, so being able to be successful on the field and in the classroom, it's something helps me out. Don't have to worry about money from academic scholarships, and makes life a little easier. So, just something fun to keep doing and keep working for.
I got to add something to that too. He might be the smartest dumb guy I know. He went up to accept his award with his helmet on and get his picture taken. So, some an award winner, I don't know. But I think going back to Dylan's point too, you know, him and Jed have kind of trailed. Well, Jed's led the way, and Checketts has trailed him in a few classes, and it speaks to how our program really runs, with guys just being willing to sit down and help when they might be struggling, or just making sure, like, oh, I've been through this before, so let me give you a helping hand. And if you struggle, or if you need some clarification on maybe what that professor is meaning, they tackle that too. So we're super proud of Dylan and all his achievements academically, but he knows he's got to give some thanks to the other guys that came before him as well. So.
Perfect. Thank you guys. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
There you go.